Oh, hell no. Saitoti was no hero. Saitoti was no whistleblower. This, whatever happened to Saitoti was internal liquidation as the powers tried to jostle for position in 2012. Because who is Saitoti? For you to understand how and why Saitoti should never even be included in this list of whistleblowers or heroes, let us look at first his history. Then to the point of that allegation and what was happening at the time, that people can cite this to be an assassination. But even if it was an assassination, it was business assassination. It was not on behalf of Kenyans. So let us go. First, George Saitoti, Professor George Saitoti was the longest serving VP under Moi. VP is vice president. Before we had deputy presidents, there was VP. I'm rambling. Why am I rambling? George Saitoti was one of the architects of the Goldenberg Scandal together with Kamlesh Patni. Those two nearly bankrupted this country. He's actually part of the reason that some of the Kenya's biggest financial and economic catastrophes have happened in our history. Today, the biggest criminal heists of our resources he's an architect of this. And with his brains, that's what he used. He chose to use his brains to brilliantly do a scam that took billions out of Kenya's coffers to personal gain. So how can he become a hero? And it was so bad that the Bosire Commission, this guy was actually recommended for criminal, to face criminal justice, not even civil. And then, because now he had utility in Kibaki, it was allowed to go in 2006. This was actually one of the moments that Kenyans were very angry about this. The Saitoti betrayal. He should have been a criminal. He should have gone to jail. He should not have even died in that chopper, flying as the Minister of Interior. Look at that scam. Look at that. But even if the entire national thing, because Kamlesh became a preacher, and he cleaned himself, Saitoti became whatever that people are even daring to call him a hero or a whistleblower. Let us look at, besides that, if you are a Kamba and a Maasai, both Makueni and Machakos and Kajiado, the flower farms, I'm talking about water in Ukambani, the way it was stolen. These are the people who established those farms there. They diverted all the water that was coming to those municipal councils. And despite the starvation, the suffering this man has brought to this country, to his own people. And I have told you guys over and over and over again, when you have a leader who is cruel outside there, don't think that his people, so-called tribe, are missing out. They actually suffer the most. They suffer the most. The suffering of the Maasai, and as I told you, I know some people support him, so they'll come and say we didn't. But in the capturing of water, in some of the arid and semi-arid places in this region, that is the water that was taken. First of all, even messing the water table and then the chemical runoff. To the extent that animals started leaving that place. Living animals. We were about to talk about nature as the whistleblower. Saitoti is a perfect representation of how you capture an entire sector. Still, he stole the resources of people because he was the VP and he had that power. So what is this? Thief. Mwizi wa hii Kenya wa mali yetu. Maji yetu na mali yetu. And he never refunded. You want to declare him a hero? Kenyans, gosh, can you stop writing history? Just because somebody has died and they have died in their schemes. So let's go now to the death. This video will not last long. I'm so... See? Kayuate. Saitoti died as the VP, as the Interior Minister. Yes, 2012. He had also said he'll run for election to be president. By that time, Primitive accumulation, or how people wanted to differentiate themselves, was to curtail or to show that they are against what is called the emerging elements of stealing from Kenya. So Saitoti in the primitive accumulation was now to steal from the treasury, direct from treasury, because they could do that. You saw that in Moi and Kenyatta's time. Just order the money and it comes to you. But this time, because they had already stolen so much, Kenyans were so poor. The ways now Kenyans were being the money laundering and criminal activity happening in Kenya, especially under Kibaki, was this drug trafficking and money laundering. You saw the Sagarsian and Makatian, all these people, drugs, they had now become the financiers of the political class. And so Saitoti, who had amassed all the wealth from all the activities and alleged activities of whatever he had done, capturing our land, our water, our resources, and our money, our treasury. Now he's trying to be, I'm a good guy, my money is clean because it's not drugs. So he was tabling, and also even the list of whom he was tabling at Parliament, in Parliament, was not the complete list. It was just the ones who were purported to be supporting his rivals. This man is no hero. This man is the architect of some of the biggest suffering, deaths of thousands of Kenyans, dispossession of thousands of Kenyans, hundreds of thousands of Kenyans, billions. This is a thief. He should not rest, and we should not honor him. I am sorry. I am so sorry. This might offend you. I don't care. This is one. Hapana. Anyway, so his death, the reason people now want to make him a martyr for some reason is because, of course, because of politics. People now are trying to pretend. It's the same thing we are seeing now. Guys who have previously been such bad guys, because now they are standing against the person you oppose, they suddenly become heroes. And yet they are the architects of your downfall. This channel is able to take you as a Kenyan through history, present, and the future. In the jostling of the 2012 presidential candidates, there were two opposing powers. Number one, the old guard, so Raila, Saitoti, Kalonzo, and the rest of them, versus the new guys who were under very serious threat of the ICC. This jostling for that power, you knew what you were going to get was going to sanctify you and give you some form of cover and clean you or whatever it was. And Saitoti then was caught in that. This was a power jostle. It was a power jostle. It was not whistleblowing, number one. Number two, it was not serving the nation. It was self-serving. For me, I'm going to eliminate my enemies by giving them. Have we not read these scripts now? Isn't that what your favorite politicians are coming to tell you? This guy is associated with so and so, so don't elect him because his company is bad. Man, they're all the same. It's just that somebody is going to look at the thing that maybe he's not doing, or she. Saitoti is the architect of our economic downfall. The effect of Saitoti to the Kenyan economy is still being felt today. That is how bad it was. The effect of Saitoti to the water of the Masai and the Kamba has never even been addressed. It's gotten worse. That is his legacy. That is Saitoti's legacy. This is no hero. This is no martyr. It was an internal liquidation as they sought power. It was not for you, it was not for me, this was for him. Let's stop revising history. This is what keeps us in the same cycle. And people say forgive and forget. Then return back that money. Return back the water. Pay. And then we can consider to think about forgiving you. I don't know what it is that we are obsessed as Africans. We are obsessed of forgiving people who have wronged us to such an extent that they are wrong. Their activities resonate decades after they are gone. Why are you feeling compelled? And this one would, no, Saitoti, no, go away.